we have made it through our second week of at-home learning, so happy Friday. I hope you guys again have had a good week. Today we're going to kind of do the same thing that we did last Friday with the 3-digit addition, but this week we're going to do it with our subtraction. So on the screen behind me I have the page you will be needing, and I'm also going to hold it up for you here. It is page 344. So you should have started 342 and 343 yesterday, and that was actually just the calculation, so there wasn't any word problems involved, and it was just extra practice. So we're going to do the last page of that 3-page set today. So kind of like we did last week, I'm going to read the first one with you. I am going to remind you how we write it on the side. I will solve it for you and bubble it in just to kind of show you what I'm expecting you to do today. This week as we go through, let's really make sure that we're circling our numbers, because it is very important when we're doing subtraction that we put the big number on top. So if we're circling that, that will help us just know what we're working with, and then we can easily see which one's bigger and identify which one needs to go on top. So for the first one, again, you're going to need to get out this page. It's on the screen also. It is page 344 from your math book, and you should have that printed there in your packet. So go ahead and get that. And remember, anytime if I'm going through, you need to stop, I'm too fast, you need to repeat something, you can just pause the video and come back. So we're going to go ahead and start with number 9. So you might want to have your dry erase board handy or scratch paper as we go through, but I'm going to go ahead and read number 9. Number 9 says, Janice needs 225 blocks to build a model of a house. She has 182 blocks. How many more blocks does Janice need? So one thing I immediately heard when I was reading, and I'm sure you did too because we've done quite a bit of practice, is I heard how many more. And I know anytime I hear how many more, I am going to subtract. So that kind of just reminded my brain, hey, I'm doing subtraction. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is circle our numbers. So I'm going to circle my numbers, then I will hold it up on the screen. So go ahead and do that. And then let's look at our two numbers. We have 225 and 182. So let's look at that. 225 and 182. We're smart. We know that 225 is bigger. So that is what's going on the top. So wait just a second and let me write it. And remember, when we're writing, we make sure our ones are lined up, our tens are lined up, our hundreds are lined up. We've got our subtraction sign, and then we're drawing our line underneath. So go ahead and do exactly like I did over to the side. Okay, and now we're going to solve it. So I am going to go ahead and solve it just to show you exactly what I'm expecting you to do, and then we're going to practice bubbling on our answer. So first, I'm just going to talk it out. So if I'm looking in the ones column, I have a 5 and a 2. So if I look at that, the big numbers on top, there's no need to stop. So I can use tallies to solve 5 minus 2. And I know that 5 minus 2 is 3, so I'm going to write that there. But then when I get into my tens column and I ask myself, is there more on top or more on the floor? I see that 8 is bigger and it is on the floor. So I am going to have to go next door. So I'm going to go over to my 100 spot to my 2. And again, I will hold up my paper in just a second so you can just listen. I am crossing out the 2 in the hundreds column and making it a 1. I'm bringing that set of 10 I just stole back over, and that 2 in my tens column becomes a 12. So I'm going to hold up what I have so far. And now in the tens column, I'm doing 12 minus 8. So if I do tallies, count backwards on a number line, draw circles and cross them out, when I draw 12 and cross out 8, I get 4. So that is what I get in my tens column. Then when I go to my hundreds column, I see that I've got 1 minus 1. And we know that numbers are the same, zero's the game. Okay, that is when we are subtracting. So since the numbers are the same with 1 and 1, I know that 1 minus 1 is 0. So I can put that there. And remember, we talked about last week circling our answer. So far, that's what I've got. And again, you're just listening and following along and watching right now because all week you have been practicing 3-digit subtraction with regrouping. So today you're just showing me what you know. This is not anything new. This is just practicing what we've been working on this week. So I can see here, just like I did last week, my answer is 43. So I am going to come over here and I am looking for 43. I'm trying to match my numbers and I see it right there. So I'm going to go ahead and bubble in so that it looks just like that. Okay. I want you to think about what I said last week when I said after you circle your answer and you're looking at your choices, if you don't see your answer there, that is probably a good hint or clue that you made a mistake, which is okay. That is just letting your brain know that you need to go back and double check your work. We're not just going to pick an answer or circle the one that's closest. We're going to go back and see if we can find our own mistake. So just like we did last week with our addition on Friday, I am going to read the rest of the questions. As I'm reading, all I want you to do is listen. Then when I'm done reading, I will prompt you to circle the number, look for the bigger one, write your problem and solve, and I will let you pause in between to finish the rest. After you finish these 3 on your own, you're going to snap a picture, upload it using that Google Turn-In on Google Classroom so I can see how you did. You're also going to turn in your word problems, your daily word problems, your daily warm-up. You should have done that already and uploaded your answers into Google. I did a form this week for you to make it a little easier, so you're just going to type your answers in there, click submit, and then I can grade it immediately, okay? So go ahead and get ready. I am now going to read number 10, and you're just listening for right now. Number 10 says, a class has 175 building logs. The teacher brought in some more logs, and now the class has 318. Okay, how many building logs did the teacher bring? So let's go ahead and circle our 2 numbers. We are circling 175 and 318. We're asking ourselves, what number is bigger, 318 or 175? Okay, we know that 318 is bigger, so that is what's going on top. So you are going to write 318. Right underneath it, you're going to write 175. Draw your line, add your sign. I will hold it up and see if I can get it there for you to see. And now you're going to solve. Remember, we are doing 3-digit subtraction with regrouping. So in each column, the 1s and the 10s, you need to ask yourself if there's more on top or more on the floor to know when to regroup. So go ahead and solve that. Circle your answer. Come back for number 11. Remember, you can pause, solve, and then come right back. Okay? Number 11. A model of a ship is made of 444 pieces. Some are metal and some are wooden. There are 375 wooden pieces. How many pieces are metal? Okay, so let's go ahead and circle our numbers. We're circling 445, 375. I know that 445 is bigger, so that's going on top. So you are writing 445. Right underneath it, you've got to line them up. You're doing 375. Draw your line, add your subtraction sign, and you're ready to solve. Okay? Go ahead and do that now. Don't forget to evaluate. Is there more on the top or more on the floor? Do I need to go next door? If you get an answer that is not an answer choice, that is a clue to register in your brain and say, hey, I might have made a mistake, so let's go back and fix it. And then bubble in your answer choice. Okay, go ahead and do that now. You can pause, come back, and I'm going to start number 12. Number 12 says, Mr. Sims has 315 paper hats. He gives 140 paper hats to students in the parade. How many paper hats does he have now? Let's go ahead and circle our numbers. We're circling 315. And can you say that second number on your own? Okay, very good. So you're looking at 315 and 140. I know you're already probably telling me on the computer, I can't hear you, but I'm sure you're already saying, Miss Franklin, 315 is bigger, and you are right. So we are going to write 315. Right underneath it, I'm writing 140. I'm going to draw my line, add my sign. Remember, we are doing subtraction, okay? Ask yourself, is there more on the floor or more on top? Go ahead and solve, bubble in your answer. Snap a pic, upload it to Google so you can turn it in and I can see that for the week. And again, I hope you guys have a very good weekend. I will see you again on Monday. We have made it again through week 2 of learning, and I'm very proud of the things you have sent me so far and what you guys have been able to do at home. So keep up the good work. We are going to get through this. We are going to stay safe and healthy. Miss Franklin misses you guys very much, and I hope that we get to see each other very soon. Have a good weekend. Bye.